down in Angus for the weekend camping. Today is Saturday and we don't have any clear plans really. There's just lots of places on the map that look like they could be interesting. So we're just gonna head to as many of them as we fancy. Just kind of wing the day. I say that a lot in these videos, but it's kind of fun just like seeing something on the map and driving over to it and seeing what it looks like without really any expectations. And the first place we're doing that, the first stop, is Monarchy Reservoir. Walking around a reservoir like this always reminds me of Derbyshire. So I was born in Belper, although I didn't grow up there. And when we would go and visit my family as a child, we would walk around a reservoir. So I have this really sort of like, I don't know, tied connection to like being at a reservoir and it being Derbyshire. And I can't even remember which reservoir it was. It must have been like Carsington Water or Derwent or something, but I was so young. Made a quick pit stop at the Carlungi Earth House, which I actually have to thank Forest Archaic Collective for. He has a fantastic historic YouTube channel, and I wouldn't have known that this place existed without him letting me know. So thank you for telling me. I'm very glad I'm here. We're now on our way to the Ardesti Earth House, and I also owe this visit to Forest Archaic Collective, because without him I wouldn't have known that this one existed either. We had a nice lunch at, is it Monifyth Beach? At the beach somewhere vaguely near Dundee. And now we are at Balgavies Loch, which is a Wildlife Trust nature reserve, for another little walk around. We spent a little time in the Hyde, where a really nice couple let us look at the ospreys that were eating a fish through their scope. It was, I don't know, such a nice introduction to the reserve. But also they told me, or I asked how to pronounce the name of the reserve. So it's Balgai Nature Reserve, or Balgai Loch, not Balgavi or Balgavi. We're now walking along part of the old Arbroath to Forfar railway line, which is cool after having walked so much of the Fort Martin and Buchan Way. It's nice to see a different line for a change. We've just come past the old Balgai Loch station, which was nice to see. Distracted by a side quest to see the girdle stane of Dunnichen, which is just on the side of the road. It's a cup and ringed mark stone, but just a fair warning, the parking is really bad for it, so you just have to do your best. Sun is in exactly the wrong place to be making this video. So these deep pits on the back of one of the Pictish symbol stones, they think that they were made 2,000 years previously in the Bronze Age, and that the Picts found this stone and decided to reuse it, which means that the stone has probably been used for whatever purpose for 3,500 years. It's Sunday and we're at our first stop of the day, which is the Aberlemno Pictish symbol stones. We have been here before, but I can't remember if I've actually put them in a video. They are the best, I think, Pictish symbol stones that we've ever seen. There's several of them across 2 locations, and they're so intricate. There's so much going on in them. if you're ever in Angus, really, although if you're in Angus in winter, don't come because they get covered to be protected from freeze thaw. We've made that mistake before. But if you're here in summer, like, you just have to come and see these. After Aberlemno, we did try to visit another stone circle and a fort, but we were foiled. So now we're in Forfar. Just bought lunch and we're going to try and find somewhere to sit by the loch before heading up to Brecon and our steam train ride, which I'm very excited about. A steam train on the Caledonian Railway from Brecon to the House of Dun, and I am very excited. So we've literally just got the train to the House of Dun, and then we're gonna wait the 10-15 minutes and then go back to Brecon and then drive home. But you can go on a vintage bus ride, and I think that goes all the way down to Montrose Basin. That looks really cool. I took some pictures, but we're not going to go on it today.